We're going to talk about counting today. But we're going to talk a little bit more than just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to talk about how to count the number of ways that things can be arranged. And if we're talking about any arrangement that has a definite order to it, what we're talking about is something called a permutation. Permutations are the ways that we can order things. So list the permutations of x, y, and z when they're taken one at a time. Well, we could list x, we could list y, or we could list z. There's three ways to do that. How about two at a time? Well, we could take x and z, or we could take x and y, or we could take y and z, or we could take zx, yx, or zy. These are all different orders. So when we have these three objects and we take two of them at a time and put them in order, there are 6 ways. How many ways can we put these three things in order 3 at a time? X, Y, Z, X, Z, Y. We've got Y, X, Z, Y, Z, X. What am I missing here? X, Y, Z, X, Z, Y. There. ZXY, ZYX. I think I've got them all. It's possible I don't. I hope I do. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about different ways that we can make sure that we have them all. So let's think about this. So we have 3 spots. How many different letters could I put in the first spot? Well, there are 3. How many letters could I put in the second spot? There are 2. And how many letters could I put in the first spot? Or in the last spot? There's only 1 possibility. And we multiply these numbers together, giving us 6 total ways. We can apply that same idea in part B. 2 spots. The first spot I have 3 choices. The second spot I have 2 choices. 3 times 2 is 6. It's kind of weird that both of those are the same. In this one, I'm filling 1 spot. I have 3 choices. So we can do it mathematically to make sure that we have all the pieces. So here we have a soccer association, 10 teams. How many ways could the top 4 positions on the competition ladder be filled? So 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. How many teams could we put in the first position? There's 10. How many teams could we put in the second? Well, there are only 9 left because 1 team got first place. And I'm multiplying. How many different teams could get third now? Well, 2 teams are out, so that leaves 8 times 7. 10 times 9 times 8 times 7. And we could do this simply with our calculator. I don't have one in front of me, so I'm going to leave it up to you to get this answer. So here we have 4 alphabet blocks, A, B, C, and D. We're placing them in a row. How many permutations could we have? Okay, there are 4 spots to fill. That's 5. I can count, I promise. So 4 spots to fill. There are 4 blocks to go in the first spot, 3 to go in the second, 2 in the third, and there's only 1 block left over at the end. So this is a total of 24 ways. 24 different orders we could put these in. How many permutations, how many orders begin with a B? So 1, 2, 3, 4 ways, 4 spots. How many letters can go in the first spot? Well, there's only 1. We can only use B. How many letters can go in the second spot? We could put 3 different letters in there because we used up the B. And then 2 and then 1, this is equal to 6 ways. And how many permutations can have the letters A and B as the end blocks? So A and B as the end. So that means for this first spot, it can either be A or B. There's 2 choices there. But I also know that I have a restriction on what this last block can be too. That one also has to be A or B, but there's only one choice for that because we picked we had two choices here. I picked one of those, leaving one for here. I could pick A, that leaves B to go here. Or I could pick B, and I'm forced to put A right here. So I only have one option for that spot. Now think about how many blocks we've picked already. We've picked 2. So how many are left? There's 2 blocks left. So for this second space, I only have 2 choices. And for the third space, there's only 1 block left. There are 4 different orders that satisfy having A and B on the ends. With these permutations, you really have to think about how many different choices do I have to put in this spot.